Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Groupchat Podcast.
Hi, Mo.
Hi, Hannah.
I hope everybody knows that we went through so much to get this podcast together.
It was hell and back, really.
I gave an arm and a limb.
Anyways, let's introduce ourselves a little bit now that we kind of have this up and running. So I'm Mo.
Hi, Mo.
Hello, Hannah. Introduce yourself.
I'm Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
And we're the hosts of the Groupchat Podcast.
Yeah. So what do you kind of want to start off with? How we became friends, or like why?
Yeah, I think we should start with the beginning because I think we should take a blast from the past.
Okay. Kick it off. Kick it off then.
We met, me and Mo, the fall of 2020, which was my first semester of college. I'm now a college grad, by the way.
Thank you, everybody. A college grad. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She graduated or whatever.
I graduated or whatever. But this was when I was just a baby freshman, and I was just doing what freshmen do, and they go to parties, right?
Little college party.
And I had my little friends, but I didn't really have any close friends. Besides my roommate that I went to college with. Shout out Peyton. And we met in the basement of a house party.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember from that night?
We were convincing her friend Jack, who I'd also just met, obviously, that his pants...
My pants.
Lights... Oh, yeah, your pants.
My pants.
It's all a blur. She was wearing jeans, and what color were we trying to convince him they were? Like white?
They were black jeans,
and we were trying to
convince him that they were blue jeans.
Sounds so stupid.
It is stupid. It's so dumb.
But I've not talked about it since that night, honestly. But no, the lights obviously in the basement because it's like a party. They're all like the blue light, so they looked like blue jeans,
but they weren't.
They
were so clearly black.
They were very clearly black,
and. Just to start off, it was one of those things when you just meet another girl at a party and you just pretend you guys are friends for that exact moment. You know?
Right.
Like, to get something accomplished.
But the difference is for us, it actually stuck.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time.
We didn't know that. I thought you were the prettiest girl I've ever met, though. That night I literally was like, wow, who is this girl? And I just think it's so funny because now, and we'll get into this later, but like, now people always say that we look alike. But we didn't when we met.
We didn't.
We did not at all.
But we sure do now.
We'll touch on that.
Okay. Yeah, so...
But anyways.
We were messing with this guy, and that's just the first conversation we had with each other.
Mm-hmm.
We also did know a mutual friend.
We are no longer friends with said mutual friend.
Not really.
Neither one of us.
But that's okay.
And that's fine. Because we got something really good out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then... I think we must have exchanged contact information. And
one might say I asked for your...
I'm pretty sure the first time we hung out just as me and you, we pictures together?
Yes, we did.
Which is such like an awkward thing to do with someone you really don't know. But we did.
It was very weird because why was that like the very first hangout idea? We said, let's go to a parking lot of all places and take pictures of each other. It's so awkward because it's like at that age especially, you're not like comfortable behind a camera or in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Like why would
I think but we did, and it wasn't awkward though. But like that's what was weird.
It just should have been.
Right.
Like what an awkward thing to choose. But it was not awkward at all. And I think that was a good sign.
Yeah. So then
here we are.
Yeah. Then after that we just I don't know, we hung out every day.
We did.
Literally every single day.
Every single day after that.
And I had a lot of fun with you.
Had?
Back then.
I've had a lot of fun with you. And I am so thankful that I met you every single day. Truly. God, it was like 3 months after we met, I swear. We went on a road trip.
We did.
Around Lake Michigan.
We did.
The whole circle.
We started in Wisconsin.
Do you remember?
And we did a 360.
Do you remember so we went up through the UP and then went down and around underneath through Chicago. But do you remember when, of course you remember this, but like when you told me that we were going to lose an hour.
Oh gosh. Okay, let me tell this story. This is a really good story to get to know Mo for people who don't know us. Okay, so we are in Wisconsin. We are from Wisconsin, and we were driving up through the UP to get to Mackinac City. For those of you who don't know, that's in Michigan, in the UP. And we were driving west. No, we were driving east. Okay? We were driving east.
But I wished we were driving west.
Yes. So we were driving east, and Mo, like, asked me what time we were going to get there or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And I told her that we were crossing the time zone, so we were losing an hour, right? Because we were going east. And she went,
I had no idea how time zones work.
No,
I didn't know like how time zones worked until like my recent job, because like it's all via Zoom. And so I just have to talk to people like that are in New York, Cali, Louisiana. Thank God that's Central Time, but I wouldn't have known that at this time. Anyways, continue with what I said.
okay, well, you said, well, why don't we just go west then?
Audible gasp.
Bitch. So basically, that made absolutely no sense. And I said, Mo, what do you mean? Why didn't we go west?
Truly, now that I do understand time zones and like I know where they are,
She's
like
grown a lot.
I've grown so much. That was a long time ago, but like it's just crazy how much I did not know
About time zones.
I didn't why did I think that we were like going to go back in time by like going west, because that's how it sounded.
Because if we had went west, we would have went around the world.
Yeah.
But in her mind, that was still faster than just losing 1 hour.
But I also know that at the time, it was like a silly little joke. Like I knew for a damn fact that like, obviously, like I'm not stupid. You can't, it's not Back to the Future. Like you can't just like.
No.
But like, I think that I meant when we just were like planning a trip, we should have planned one west.
Oh. Like just ditch the location and pick one west?
Yeah. Just because we would lose an hour. Instead of saying like, oh, we should have left an hour early. Like, why wouldn't I just say that?
We still would have lost an hour if we left an hour.
I know, but then the time that we would have arrived would have been an hour before. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Or no matter what you say, it makes no sense.
It's stupid regardless, but it's still.
But that was a really something that stuck with me.
I've thought about that a lot, and
how often?
I don't know, maybe like once a week. It's because I made a TikTok about it. Remember?
Is that your Roman Empire?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them. I feel like I have multiple. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? I thought about this on the drive here because we were talking to Alex. That's another character in our lives. Alex is her boyfriend who is now like in school to become like a sheriff or whatever. Anyway, so we
Police
rode
Academy.
the police. Can I say that we rode in his squad car?
I guess say it. We could always cut it.
Okay, we rode in his squad car on the way back. I don't know if we can say that.
But this is...
and we're just kidding, though. We didn't.
It was just if this did happen. It didn't
Hypothetically, if we rode in his squad car back here, we were all talking about true crime. And then I started to think about what my death row meal would be.
So what is it?
I literally was blank. I have no idea what my death row meal would be because there's so many things that I love. But I feel
Can't
like...
just spring this on me. I have no idea.
I know. I honestly think that it might be like a bowl from like Chipotle. Because that's just so good. And it always smacks. I don't think that it would actually be that, but I just like, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Right.
But I can't say that that would actually be like what I would choose.
Well, that was... I'm going to have to get back to you on that.
I'm getting a bowl from Chipotle tomorrow after my hair appointment. And I think that that's why I was thinking about it. But yes, let me know.
I will. I will.
About that.
Regardless.
We should say things that like about each other.
Okay.
Introduce ourselves.
I'm going to finish the story of our friendship.
Oh, okay. I'm so intrigued. I don't even know what story we're talking about. We've gotten so
just the story of our friendship. So we went on a road trip together after knowing each other for not that long.
Oh, that story.
Yep.
Sorry.
And then we moved in together.
We did.
We lived together
The
for
most
one whole
amazing
year.
time of my life, truly.
And then we did not live together anymore. However, we will be again soon. So, should we talk about what we want this podcast to be?
I think so. I think that's a good topic to move on to.
We've always wanted to start a podcast together, and we've talked about it for many a months.
Many a month.
I say we've talked about it for like
I think we've talked about
year?
it at least for a year. At least. If not longer.
But it's one of those things where you're like, oh,
I think you have
I would
to
never
talk
actually
about it.
do that, or like you just don't really think anyone would listen. Which,
Right.
even if that's the case, I don't really care.
I just think it's one of those things that you kind of end up having to talk about for a while because it takes a little while to like get into that stage where you're like, okay, actually though, like let's do it.
Because it is a commitment. Buying things, especially when you're just two working girls.
Well, I didn't even know what any of this like shit was, truly.
No.
Until I mean, obviously I know what a microphone is, but like I don't know what an XLR cord is.
If you would have asked me 24 hours ago what an audio interface is, I would have said,
yeah.
huh? But now I know. So we're just really doing this.
We're doing the
We're
damn
raw
thing.
dogging it, you could say.
One might say,
but we figured it out, and I will say we didn't buy a single thing for this whole setup that worked properly when we bought it.
oh my God.
But
To touch on this super quick, today I wanted to use my camera, okay? Because it's like nice. It's not the best quality in the world, and like eventually we will upgrade, but it's like right now, I mean, we're two working girls on a budget, and emphasis on two girls.
literally.
Emphasis on two girls. But I buy a new SD card and it's damaged or something. Like it doesn't even work. Just fresh out of the package.
Fresh.
And I'm just so annoyed. And then we have a ring light or whatever. We plug it in. And honestly, it's a long story, but I think it might have worked, but we're just two girls. And it wasn't working. So I had to drive all the way back, return it, exchange it, whatever, came back with one that worked. And I made them, while I was at the store exchanging it, plug it in to make sure that it worked.
At
It was a long
9
day.
p.m. on a Tuesday.
9 p.m. on a Tuesday night.
However, we are here. We figured it out.
I was supposed to be at work tonight, so
Yep.
I'm lucky I got called off. It was snowing. So no work for me, thank God.
Yeah.
But I think it's because my job like is in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
It could be.
So it's like genuinely who is gonna come in there? Those roads are gonna be horrible. Anyway, I think that we should talk about what this podcast is all about. And
I agree.
and that's it.
Okay, so this podcast is basically about us. It's about our lives. It's about silly little stories about things that happen to us.
I think it's just kind of like relatable stuff because I feel like you and I, the way that our friendship works in general, and I mean everybody's friendships are kind of very like silly and whatever, but I feel like we always talk about what goes on in our lives, especially like we both work in like the customer service industry. We're both bartenders, that kind of stuff. We always have so many stories, and like I feel like we just have kind of crazy shit that goes on in general. And so it's always kind of like fun to like talk about. And we always are very, very joking, but it's like such a specific kind of humor that I just find it very, I don't know. I feel like we're funny.
I think we're funny too.
I feel like we can be funny,
but it's
maybe not always.
Is it pick me to call us funny?
Very.
It's funny.
But we're going to be like that. Yeah. So we just talk about our lives and
we have some
relatable
things up
and
our sleeve, some ideas.
a couple little
If you have
quirks.
anything you want us to talk about or things you want us to touch on, we want to play games. We have
We're gonna
game
play
ideas.
tea parties.
Absolutely a tea party.
themes. For the audio listeners, if you guys don't watch like the videos, you won't see like certain themes, but
We have
talk
some
about
themes
it.
up our sleeve.
we have a lot of themes up our sleeve.
And
That's,
don't think we don't.
Don't doubt us.
Because if there's one thing about us, we love a theme.
We love a good theme. You know, I called Mitchell. I have to tell you this. Mitchell is another character. Mitchell is our best friend.
And sweet, sweet best friend.
Should we quick?
Lives in Arizona.
He just moved.
So he won't be here much. However, we're going to visit him next week, so stay tuned for the Mitchell content because it's going to be messy.
It's going to be so
messy. Mitchell.
It's going to be
They
dirty.
call him. Nobody calls him.
No one calls him Messy Mitchell.
No one's ever.
I think that he would love that.
It's okay. He would love.
Yeah. God, where was I going with Mitchell? What was I talking about? What were we talking about before I said our friend Mitchell? Themes.
Yeah.
We're talking about themes. You said, yeah, like...
Well, it's like right when you
just
said
ask you, yeah. You said, I said, what were we talking about? You said, I don't know. And then I said themes and you went, yeah. Like, I should have known that. Like,
you should have.
Okay, anyway, just kidding. What I should have, because I don't know how I just have a really bad memory.
That's okay.
I have something to touch on with that as well. But anyway, I have so many things to say.
Can you touch on it?
I'm going to. Mitchell, I call Mitchell. He says to me, we'll be down there for like a week.
Right.
By the way. He says, so I think that we should do like a different theme every single day. I said,
like just in general?
Right. I said, what do you mean? He tells me that he wants to have different themes for each day. And then at night or during the day, even we like have those types of beverages, cocktails, foods, everything. He said, well, one day we should do margs and tacos, Mexican theme. He didn't give me any other examples of themes. I said we have 5 other. No, that was the only one. He just because he had one idea. He said, "Let's do themes."
He could have just said, "I think we should go out for Mexican," and left it at that.
But instead, But what I love about it was that he took it from. He had one idea
and said we should theme every day,
every single day. He was like, "Wow, this idea is so great."
I think we should do a day where we dress up in like outfits that they wore in like England in the 1700s. Like we wear long dresses and Mitchell can wear one of those suits.
Yes, the ones that have like capri pants with the long socks.
Yeah, and one of those big ties right here.
Yeah, and a wig.
I don't know where we would go, but we could figure it out.
Who's buying and supplying the dresses and the fit? Are we going to order on Amazon?
Goodwill?
Goodwill is so funny.
Goodwill could sponsor.
Goodwill.
Sponsor us, Goodwill.
It's the first episode.
Okay.
It's true. Yeah. But I just thought it was hilarious that he had the one theme idea and he ran with it. But I threw in another theme idea and you know what it was? Brunch. All day. We have breakfast foods, drink mimosas all day, bloodies all day.
I can't because
I know.
I don't even know how this.
It's okay. It's just that every single time Mitchell and I get hammered on bloodies and mimosas, you are always dead sober. And you hate it.
That is actually exactly what I was going to say.
I knew it.
Because
I know it.
Don't let those two get their sticky little fingers on a bottle of Bloody Mix and a bottle of Tito's.
It's so dangerous. And always the sriracha too. We douse it in sriracha.
That's disgusting.
You don't like sriracha?
No, I do. I don't know how you drink.
You're just
them
not like
all
a
day.
bloody gal. Yeah, I get that. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say that I can drink them all day, every single day, because I have to be in the right mood for a bloody. I crave always.
You seem to be in the right mood a lot.
But like, okay, here. I'm always in the mood for a bloody.
Okay.
Am I in the mood for multiple bloodies? No. People, every single time that you...
There's a fine line.
Yes. It's a slippery slope. Every single time that you have a customer at the bar and they order a bloody, do you ever expect them to order another one? No.
Right.
I always say, oh, do you want a
Logic tells me yes.
You know, 99% of the time, they're always going to order the beer that they got as their chaser. 99% of the time.
You should do a study on that.
I literally think that I should. I think I'm going to start making like a poll at work. Like when I serve bloodies, which is all the fucking time. I hate it because I hate making them, but I love drinking them. So I understand the other side of the bar as well. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't support it because I do. but it's annoying. It's annoying. And you never order a bloody past 4 o'clock out of respect for the bartender.
Absolutely agree.
4 o'clock is honestly the limit. You shouldn't even order one at like 3. 2 o'clock's okay.
2 o'clock's okay. 3's weird. Because it's like, just get something else. And I will also say something worse than a bloody after 4.
Oh boy.
A non-alcoholic bloody after 4.
A non-alcoholic bloody after 2.
A non-alcoholic bloody, period.
It's horrible. Horrible. It's okay.
And it is a popular drink. If you drink non-alcoholic bloodies, that's fine.
But how are you going to crave one after 4 o'clock and not put any alcohol in it? Are you kidding?
Dude, right. You don't want a water?
That's a crime. Right. You're craving tomato juice with celery salt in it. That bad?
That bad. Damn.
That's horrible. Absolutely terrible. It's atrocious. 2 o'clock, fine. 3 o'clock, pushing it. 4 o'clock, disrespectful. 4 o'clock, rock. What is that in? Ghost in the Graveyard?
1 o'clock, 2
You know,
o'clock,
when I
3
was young,
o'clock, rock.
We used to play Ghosts in the Graveyard. Every single time we would have a Halloween party, which was every year at my house.
I was going to say which was every day.
Every day we had a Halloween party. I love Halloween though, so I would absolutely love that. And you know what I thought about this year? Because I love Halloween so much, but it's only for like the costumes, you know? Because you can just like wear whatever the fuck you want and no one can say shit because guess what? It's a costume. Who says we can't just do that on our own day? And it's not Halloween.
Like Trisha Paytas.
Yes, like Trisha Paytas. Why can't I just go to the bar? Or, I don't have to go to the bar. I can go anywhere I want. Why can't they just wear costumes? What if I want to dress like a fairy this day and when I want to dress like a clown the next day? Why can't I do that?
You can.
I could do that if I moved to New York.
Just don't dress as a furry.
I would never dress as a furry.
Okay.
Did you see that article? I think it was in Alabama. Did you see that article that talked about if someone in public sees a furry out in public, they can call animal control? Because the furry, that's like a new law that's being passed, and I think it's Alabama. That sounds so right.
Alabama wouldn't tolerate the furries.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I think that that's hilarious. But they will tolerate incest. Isn't that where that family's from?
Allegedly.
Well, that's where that family is from.
West Virginia, actually.
Oh. Sorry, Alabama. Anyway, back to the furry thing. But, like, obviously they always are like, well, treat us like animals, put litter boxes in the bathrooms and stuff. You know? So it's like, okay, then I'm going to call animal control on your ass.
That's what the article was about?
Well, no, I
litter
just
boxes?
said that. No, I just pulled it.
Okay.
I didn't read the article.
Oh.
Just read the title. It was an Instagram post on like one of those news
article.
It could be fake, but I hope it was real. Yeah, 100%. That actually probably was fake. Actually, no. What are they going to throw a state under the bus like that for?
Well,
they could. It's fake.
What do you mean throw a state under the bus?
Well, what if a state didn't want to be put on that news article? It was fake. If it was fake. I hope it wasn't fake.
I don't think states have a right of privacy in that sense.
Probably not.
They don't have rights.
It sounded like something that wouldn't be fake if they put like a state name. You know what I mean? Like a specific one.
Can I ask you a question?
But I guess a real article had to use a specific one too.
Would you have believed it no matter what state it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I just had to ask. It's fine though.
Yeah,
she's gullible.
I would have believed it. I'm not that gullible. I am. No, I'm not. Maybe.
I'm scared.
No, I kind of am. I can be. I just switched topics so much, and I know that there was somewhere I was going with it before.
Well, we were talking about themes before.
Well, let's just move on back to like talking about the podcast and us.
Okay.
Wow, real sidetracked. Anyway,
it always does.
Well, yeah, that's a part of it. That's just a part of life and the podcast.
That was deep.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to say some short phrases that refer to stories that have happened to us, and I want you to
guess?
Explain the story. Well, you're going to know.
Oh, okay.
It's not on yet.
I thought it was
There's no right or wrong answer.
I thought it would be like a quiz. That's
This is
where
not
I
a
thought
quiz.
you were going with it.
This is not a quiz.
Not a quiz.
So I'm going to say the phrase and then you tell the story.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Salmon chili.
Oh my God.
Tell the salmon chili story.
Okay. So, another thing that we forgot to mention about our us is that for how many years? 1 year, maybe. We worked at the same restaurant together. I had been working there for 2 years before Hannah and I met. Well, whatever, around the time before she even ever started working at this said restaurant that I had been working at. And when we did, she met this regular of mine who, his name will not be, we're going to call him
Francis.
Francis it is. I was going to say Timothy, but let's do Francis. We'll call him Francis. So Francis is a middle-aged gentleman who flaunts his money quite a bit, but he doesn't really have that much money.
It's a mid amount of money.
It's a mid amount.
To the point where like you shouldn't be going out of your way.
I wouldn't
to
necessarily
flaunt it.
Right. Like I wouldn't say he's like middle class, but if there was like a class between like middle and upper class, okay, that's like where he's at when it comes to like income. He's not crazy rich, but he acts like he is basically like rich as like acts rich as in he puts the $100 bills on the outside of his clip wallet on purpose.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean?
bad.
Like that's his vibe.
But the
rest is
in
like
the middle.
yeah, 100%. It's like the rest is ones. He like when he goes to the bank and withdraws
Talk
money.
about how I think every man does that.
They probably do.
I know.
They probably do. It's not just him.
It's just a theory I have.
But I just like honestly, I think that the moment that you start like show like you like hold it a little bit higher than you need to when you're taking money out of your
So
wallet.
everyone sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like that kind of vibe,
Right.
which is very niche.
It
But
is a niche vibe.
yeah,
But if you know, you know.
that's true. If you know, you know, and half the men out there probably do.
They have
and you
very
know what?
specific
I get it.
behavior.
Whatever. So this man loves to just do anything in his power to like have a reason to flirt or whatever, and he's just always very flirty, even when he like talks to you about the girls that he's like with at the moment in time. Like
And
going on
100%
dates.
you didn't.
No. You never ask. You never ever ask him, and he just always like somehow ends up telling you everything about it. Whatever, and that's fine. But
he will make it seem like you asked him about it.
Yeah. He always like he has that little way.
It's a talent.
It is a talent. Like that's something that he should put on his resume. But anyways, while he's talking about the girl, while he's talking about the girls that he's dating, will be also flirting with you at the same time. So it's definitely not like a good vibe. But regardless, it's just entertaining. He decided one day to bring us. I think I was working.
You were?
He brought in chili. Not just any chili. No.
You didn't ask for chili.
I didn't ask. I never asked for this chili, and he never told me he was going to bring me chili.
No.
It was salmon chili.
Salmon chili.
Salmon doesn't belong in chili.
Absolutely not.
And if you're a family or someone out there who has ever made or had salmon chili,
Why?
why? That's horrible.
Use any other meat.
Right.
A fish should not be in a chili.
No, fuck no.
It's just not right.
Fish shouldn't even be in soup unless it's like a clam chowder, whatever. I don't even.
Does clam chowder have clam in it?
Well, what else would it be, right? I've never had clam chowder though, but I would assume.
I don't think it does.
I'm gonna need a fact check because I don't believe. Well, I'm not calling you liar. I just am saying that I just cannot.
I think you
that.
did.
I didn't call you a liar. I would have said you're a liar. I've said that multiple times today. We know that I'm not gonna lie to you about that.
Okay.
I would say it if I felt it. Anyway, this man brings in salmon chili. I never asked for this chili. And that's all. He didn't even come in for a drink or lunch or anything. He literally dropped off salmon chili on the counter and said, "Here's some salmon chili." I said, "For who?" He said, "For you." I went, "Okay." thanks. And he left.
It's crazy to have a thought to make salmon chili and an even crazier thought to share it with people.
Right.
People that you normally wouldn't share
a
homemade
meal
chili with.
A meal, yeah. And you know what? Like, obviously, having a regular is fun because especially if, like, you get stuff out of it. Like how 2 of our other regulars, I'm just going to say their names because they're great. Kim and Randy.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in, like, on
actual
Monday,
chili.
well, they've done that, but I was gonna say on Monday nights they would always go out for tacos.
Yeah, they bring
and
chips
they would always bring the leftover chips and salsa, and they would make sure that they got more chips so that they were warm because they care.
Yeah, and
Now
they would
that's
bring
the
me
kind
chili. Sometimes it would be funky chili, but never a salmon chili.
It was always spicy because they like spice, which is
It's
amazing.
delicious. So, regardless, the moral of the salmon chili story is that he did not, in any way, shape, or form, try the chili before he packaged it up.
No.
And brought it to work.
He didn't
to give it to you.
And so then that's even worse.
So Mo brings home this salmon chili, and I go, "Why?
What the fuck?"
Yeah,
We both were like, "What the fuck?" Because why? Who in their right mind puts salmon in chili?
But I think also we were like, okay,
Well,
right?
like, it
So
was
then we,
kind of like a slight because we were like, "Oh, okay, thank you." You know, that's very sweet.
and we put it in the fridge, and it sat in the fridge
For like a week. I don't think we
over
touched
a week,
it.
and then we threw it away, and we never opened it.
I wouldn't want to. I think that it, honestly, even before
I think
it went
after
bad,
salmon chili reaches day 1 or 2,
you can't.
You don't
well, that's
wanna
why you don't
open
put
it.
fish in soup.
yeah,
That's why. Regardless, I go back to work. I think it was honestly like the next day or like the third day, whatever. And I see him there. He's on a date. On a date with one of the girls that he's been talking about that he is like currently talking to.
how many
whatever,
girls were on the
flirting with.
roster?
4.
That's specific.
I remember because he always sits right next to the register.
He does.
So, which is where like the bartender always stands.
He can't be anywhere but in your business.
You
For
cannot
real.
escape the man. You cannot escape Francis.
Francis, dude.
Francis told me about all 4 chicks on his roster. Anyway, he was out with the one of them that night, and I happened to like walk over to like deliver their drinks, you know, because the server never came to get them. And I was like, "Oh, hey, Francis, you know, like how's your night going? Whatever." And we small talk, whatever. A couple minutes later, he says, "Hey, did you ever try that salmon chili?"
Did you lie?
Yes. Yes. And it fucking came back to bite me in the ass.
Okay.
I
continue.
said, "Yes, of course. Yes, of course we tried the chili."
I think I would have lied too. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
what do? You say, "No, I didn't touch it
I
at all."
love to
and
tell a
threw it
white
away."
lie. Here
I
and
didn't
there.
touch it at all and threw away. What? That sounds horrible.
Right.
And so I said, "Yes, of course." And he went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I went, "Oh my God, what?" Because I obviously did not touch the salmon chili. Neither one of us did.
But you had to pretend.
He
like you
says, "Did you not feel like shit right after you ate it?" I said, "No."
did. Right.
I think I said it just like that, in that exact tone. And he says, "Because I destroyed the bathroom an hour after I ate it. And so did my friend."
Not the end of my friend. No. Francis, no. Take the apron off. Hang it up. Retire.
Put the apron
From the
away.
chili.
No more chili for you. He should never buy salmon again.
He should never buy any ingredient that goes in a chili because he's banned
He should not be cooking.
chili.
And so did my friend, sent me through the roof. I went, I audibly gasped.
What if you like switched it up and were like, actually, yeah, I spent all my
Oh yeah, that chili.
Oh, that salmon chili.
I thought I was talking about my friend's salmon chili. Like, who makes
Wow.
salmon chili?
Nobody
I just need
else.
to say, no, we had no problems with the salmon chili. Because I couldn't backtrack.
We must have had a good batch.
And you know what?
What?
I'm honestly so happy that we never touched that. We had a bad vibe from the salmon chili from the moment
I don't know how you can't have
It-
a bad vibe from the salmon chili.
it was acquired. Yeah, horrible vibes.
I have another story that I want
Okay.
to talk about.
Let's move on.
So this involves somebody, an old friend of ours whose name I will change.
Okay.
to Oscar.
Oscar it is.
You remember the night
Oh boy.
that Oscar slept in the cat bed?
Oscar was such a good name for this person.
Tell me about that night.
This person specifically has had a lot of ups and downs.
Many ups and downs.
With our very small group of friends.
Teeny group.
Teeny tiny group. But two...
You know how Tana and Brooke on Canceled, they have, like, I swear, they said in one of their podcasts that their, like, core group of friends is, like, 12 or 13 people.
And that's crazy.
That is never going to be me.
No.
I don't think I can have that many people be my friend at one time.
I, at one point, was trying, and you know what? I was stressed out answering Snapchats. It's horrible. How do people do that?
I don't know.
I can't even, like, remember a time.
Our core group of friends is maybe 4 people.
Maybe.
Including us.
I would say maybe 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5, whatever.
Like, we were at a work Christmas party. He was in attendance.
Yeah.
And after said Christmas party was done, we were all like, okay, let's go back to my house.
And continue
The
Christmas festivities.
Said Christmas festivities. And we go back to my house, and I have like a billion cats. I live on a farm.
Yeah.
I grew up on a farm, and I have
that
so
doesn't
many
tell
cats.
you what you need to know.
Right. I mean, they just breed and breed and breed, and we end up with a billion cats. And you know what? That's fine. Because I love cats.
Me as well.
Love them. And I love my cats. All of them are amazing. So cute. Anyways.
I'm so glad for you.
Thank you.
And your farm.
Thank you. There's a cat bed that I had upstairs in my, like, loft.
It's like a bigger cat bed. Not big, but...
It's bigger, though. It's definitely for a bigger sized cat. And it's like one of them
fatty cat.
A fatty cat. Fatty, fat cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a fatty, fat cat bed.
Yep.
And it's like one of them hanging chairs, like the swinging chairs that, like, people have, you know? But it was, like, 4 cats. Like, it was, like, a mini one.
Yeah, like the kinds that go on the porches?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But, like, round. It was like an egg. Like one of them hollowed out eggs. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
One of those what eggs?
A hollowed out egg. I'm just giving you the shape. Like, it's not like a real thing that exists.
Okay.
It's not like you can't buy a hollowed out egg.
Okay, got it.
Do you know what that would look like? You know what the bed looks like.
Yes. I
Okay.
get it now.
Anyways. And it's a swingy chair. Hanging. Swing. Chair.
Got it.
Thank you. It obviously has cat hair all over it.
All up in there.
Oscar.
Duh.
Oscar sleeps. Was not forced to. There was
Nobody told him to. And regardless, there was plenty of room on
was
multiple couches for him to sleep
multiple
on.
couches, an extra bed. He could have made a bed on the floor. There was an air mattress. I mean, there was so many options.
There was, plan A, B, C, D. He chose plan Z.
Literally plan Z. Plan Z. I mean, he could have slept in the barn, and that would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
That's plan G.
Right. So specific. He sleeps, puts his head directly on the cat bed, and sleeps in that cat bed.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
I don't remember this story, like, exactly how he slept in the cat bed, because if it was above the ground, how did he sleep in it? Just his head?
Yeah, like how a cat would lay in it. But
Curled up like that?
His head was the cat. No, his head was the cat. He can't curl up in the bed.
That's what I'm confused.
What do you mean?
So his head was inside of the hollowed out egg.
Yes.
And where was his body?
Outside of it.
On the floor.
Yeah. I don't even think he had a blanket.
Okay, so then let's continue on jumping forward about Oscar to the next time he was over at your house.
The next time he comes over, he's all pissed off all night.
All night. Like we held him at gunpoint to come over and hang out with us.
And he, like, literally offered. Like, he wanted to come, you know. Like, we didn't force him to be there. Oscar was just in a pissy-ass mood. And
as he usually was.
he makes one of the other guys who was at my house leave to drive him home and
because
then come
he's
back
allergic to the cats.
Allergic to cats. I said, Oscar, where did you sleep the last time you were here?
And not a peep of a reaction from the...
I'm allergic to cats. I have to go home. What do you mean you have to go home?
It was a fiasco.
Like, if you were just going to leave, why didn't you drive separate on your way here? Like, why did you have somebody else pick you up? Just to make you, like, make them drive you home after 20 minutes of being at my house because you're allergic to cats. Like, you didn't know that I had cats.
He acted like he was suffering. Like his face was going to swell up.
Like, he needed to go to the ER.
He couldn't breathe.
He had to go to the ER.
He couldn't breathe.
He needed a fucking
Couldn't
Xanax.
even think.
What the fuck?
This happened.
He's so stupid.
It's okay.
He also went skiing with us.
Preach it.
He went skiing with us.
He did.
It was me, Hannah, Alex, Oscar, and our friend Mitchell. Me and Oscar were the only two that went snowboarding. And so he was teaching me how. It was my very first time snowboarding, and he said that he had been a couple times before, which was true. I mean, whatever. I'm not calling him a liar, but I am going to call him a snake.
Ooh.
Because
Tell us more.
Oscar, the entire time that we were snowboarding, thought that I was flirting with him. He thought that we were going to go make out behind, like, a tree.
How delusional
On
was
the
that
hill.
on a scale of 1 to 10?
30.
Okay.
It was Delulu on a scale of 1 to 10. You know? That's actually all I had to say about that story. But it was just really annoying. There was no
So that's Oscar for you.
That was Oscar. Oscar's crazy.
I think I have one more story.
Oscar also said fuck you guys the other night when he was drunk.
He did. We don't see him much anymore.
Needless to say.
Needless to say. Okay, ready?
I'm ready for the next story.
The turtle in the house party.
Joke. That's hilarious. Okay. The turtle in the house party. This is a really great random story that
Thank you.
is so irrelevant to everything, but it's just so amazing.
It is irrelevant to everything.
Because
Literally,
it's
it's irrelevant to everything, but it's
It
silly.
was such a special little moment.
It was one that I'll remember forever.
Same. So me and Hannah were at a house party, and it was Halloween. And I think that we went with a group of friends, and obviously only hung out with each other the rest of the night. I mean, we honestly ditched that group of friends. I don't.
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween, and we had a duo costume, and it was the most amazing.
You want to guess right now? It's the best duo costume of all time.
Of all time. And I guarantee that no one guessed correctly, except people that maybe know us.
By the way, our Halloween costume was the apple and the cinnamon stick from Apple Jacks. Mo's entire body was red.
My whole body was red.
And she had leaves.
We'll insert a photo.
She had a leaf hat.
I had a leaf hat, and I loved my leaf hat.
Yeah.
Loved my leaf hat.
Everybody thought she was a tomato.
Everyone, and I got pissed.
It even inspired a nickname from my mom to call you Mo-mato.
I am called Mo-mato by Hannah's mom now. And honestly, I love that nickname. So I'm never going to sit here and say.
It's giving tomato vibes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tomato. But.
Except if we were in cars, you would 100% be Lightning McQueen and I would be Tomato.
That's like when you said, when we were hooking up the mics and you said you're totally Mike 1.
She is. That's fine.
You're so real for that, though. I think that's
Thank you.
hilarious. But anyway, the turtle at the party, we were dressed as Applejacks. And
Another house party story.
My whole face is red. Entire face. Entire body is red. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised I didn't dunk my hands in red paint.
Me either.
But anyway, we wander off from our friend group at this party, and we just kind of wander to the upstairs. And
we were looking for the bathroom.
Right. At house
we
parties.
weren't just wandering their house like weirdos.
Well, no. We were like, we had intention.
It was wandering with intent. Oh my gosh, I just thought of another story.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay. Hold it back.
Okay.
Hold it back.
I can't.
Okay, good. we wander into the upstairs to find this bathroom, and someone had also thrown up on my backpack. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. That was at this party. Oh my God, how horrible. Somebody threw up on my backpack, and so I threw it away at that party. Mm-hmm. We went to the upstairs to find the bathroom and a garbage. Mm-hmm. And we had drinks in my backpack, obviously, because it's a house party and not a bar. Like, right. I mean...
You had to bring that.
You had to bring
it. It was a BYOB.
Literally, yes. And it was always a necessity, and everybody gets that, whatever. But I asked these random men that live at this house, who are all upstairs, and looked at us like we were fucking crazy. Because not only were we walking to the upstairs of their house without permission, I was painted red.
But also everyone was way too chill about the fact that she was painted red.
Extremely chill. No one brought it up. I think one guy, well, they asked.
They still thought you were hot, even dressed as an apple.
And that's what I don't understand.
Pretty privilege. That's pretty privilege at its finest.
It was. But I was painted red.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I throw my backpack away. I asked them for plastic bags. All of our alcohol is now in plastic grocery bags. I think I double bagged it. I think I asked them to double bag it like I was going through a line at Pick and Save. I throw my backpack in their garbage can, throw up all over it. And they ended up saying, oh, I'll grab that for you. Let me just take that out so it doesn't smell like throw up in here.
Valid.
They said it like they were, like, I did them a favor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to, like, they were, like, thanking me. Like, I lived there. And it was just my roommate offering to take the garbage out so I didn't have to walk to the end of the driveway. They were so sweet. So nice.
They were
Love
nice.
These guys.
They were really nice.
Anyway, we ended up sitting at the table and talking to these guys for a while. But first, we said, where's the bathroom? Mm-hmm. They direct us to the bathroom.
So
it's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark. I see, like, a bowl in the corner of the room, okay? Like, as they're, like, showing us where the bathroom is. And I see a bowl. And I'm like, wow. You know, you normally think, like, cool, what's in that bowl type of thing. Mm-hmm. I literally, in my mind, I went, that's a turtle. That's a turtle. We get over to the bowl. It was literally a turtle. And it was just so funny because I kind of said it, like, as a joke. And I'm dressed like I'm so hammered. We're so drunk. We're both drunk. And we walk over to this bowl. I thought it was tripping. There's a turtle at this party. That turtle was held at gunpoint to be at this party. He did not get it.
Who invited him?
He didn't RSVP. He didn't mean to be there.
Fun fact, turtles cannot RSVP to a party.
That's a fun fact. They can't. And he did not, so.
I think he lived there.
Well, he did. He did. He did live there.
Did he have proof of address?
Well, right. Where's your ID? Can I see your driver's license, sir?
I just imagine a drunk person at the party
taking the turtle.
Yes.
And it's scary to me. So sad.
Taking the turtle.
And I hope he survived the rest of the night.
Okay, there's another thing I want you to talk about really quick.
Okay. Well, there was an idea that you had while we were talking. What was it? Did you forget?
No.
Okay.
I want you to talk about what's going on with your right nostril.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane.
I'm carrying.
You are. You've got the topics for real. My right nostril, for some reason, has not been, like, getting the flow of the boogies lately.
Is this something you've experienced before?
No. I've never, ever had this problem.
In your life?
In my life, ever once. And I don't know if this is, like, something that I should talk to my doctor about, but I have an appointment on the 9th, so maybe I will.
I can't wait for the nostril update.
I am going to have to talk about it again. But seriously, you know, like, in your nostrils, obviously, right here, it's all just, like, the little cartilage. And then back here, there's more cartilage, but it's, like, the bone that, like, is, like, your nose bone. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, the hole to go up is, like, smaller than your nostril hole. At that little spot there, all of my boogies get stuck. They don't come down any further, even when I blow my nose. And it, like, my boogers have been creating, like, this, like, wall. It's like in Stranger Things, you know, like the portals.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you have to, like, peel through them.
Yes.
That is my nose. That's my nose. That's what's going on. And I literally have had to take a Q-tip to clean off and peel out. I could use a tweezers if I wanted to. Get that little, like, shield out of there that my nose created on itself. It's like my nose said, no more boogers.
Is your right nostril a portal to the upside down?
It probably is. That's how you feel. I don't know. It's the
reason I'm bringing
thing.
this up is because a couple nights ago I FaceTimed you.
Yeah.
In no context.
Yeah.
You just shoved a Q-tip up your nose and like you were digging for straight up gold, and I was so confused.
Because for me, that's
and then when
been a
I
nightly
questioned
routine.
it, you were like, my right nostril's been acting up.
For
I was
me,
so confused.
For me, that was so normal because it's been literally my nightly routine for like almost a month. I'm gonna say coming up on a month. That's so disgusting. I'm gonna move on.
Okay, move on.
Why do you feel that you supposedly have the best memory out of all of our friends?
Because I do.
Okay, then tell me why.
Because I remember everything. I will tell you the date something happened, what happened specifically, and you will literally say, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I am also the most punctual of our friends.
When it comes to it, like a time, like arrival time, like I'm not good about. If it's like
You're
work, okay, I'm fine. If it's like something like
If it's
serious, but if it's my friends, I'm like, they'll just forgive me anyways. So I'm never punctual.
And I love you
I try,
to your core,
but I
to your
always run late.
deepest bones.
I know you do.
But people who are not punctual are my biggest pet peeve.
I know.
In the entire world.
I know.
I hate when people waste my time. Regardless, you are late.
You know how you always
more
say,
than you are on time.
Yeah.
I will tell you to be at my house 11 a.m. Normal time. I will call you 10:50 because I haven't heard from you all morning, and I know for a fact you haven't even gotten out of bed.
Yeah, that's true.
I call you, and it's like I woke you up. And you, when I call you, when we have plans, you act like me calling you was the most inconvenient thing you could ever have experienced in that moment. You will be like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? You're supposed to be almost at my house right now, and you are still in bed. And the thing about you is you take your time in the mornings, and honestly, just in general, getting ready.
Yeah.
Like, even if you are already late, you will still wake up all nice and slow. Like,
I'm like not in any hurry.
Clean every inch of your house.
I was just gonna say
feed
that.
every animal in a 2-mile radius. Water every plant in a 5-mile radius.
I do that.
You got to stop and get gas. You got to stop and get breakfast or coffee, and then eventually you'll show up around literally like it's not even like you're 30 minutes late. It's like
3 hours.
At least 3 hours late.
It's just killing me because everything that you said that I always have to do like at my house before I leave is 100% accurate.
And it's not like you put a pep in your step when you're late. Well, I honestly don't believe you do.
I think that in my eyes I am. But I'm also like, I have so much shit to do. I'm stressed while I'm doing all of it. I might be taking my time, but I'm stressed. But it's true every single time.
I think in 2024 you should start trying to be more punctual.
Okay, I will. I'll put that as my goal. That's in.
Being punctual
Being
is
not
in.
punctual is out.
Yes.
I think that it's funny because I was going to bring it up. How, like, it's genuinely accurate. This morning when I was, like, after I made us breakfast or whatever and I was doing my
I swear you act like you have to save the world before you come over. You have to solve world hunger.
It's like
and a really long math equation that takes up an entire chalkboard.
Dude. Like in Good Will Hunting.
Sure.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Honestly, me either. I just know what it's about. It's about a chalkboard.
Why do you act like you know about things you don't know about?
What did I say?
You said, have you read this article? And then I said no, and you went, me either.
And then I called it fake.
Yeah, like you, whatever.
But it was funny. Anyway, I've never seen Good Will Hunting all the way through. But I do know, like,
I've never even heard of that.
It's a classic. Don't even.
Don't even say it's a classic.
Somebody fact check me, because it is a classic, and I don't know. It's like on the same vibes as like The Breakfast Club, in my eyes.
Have you seen The Breakfast Club?
I think it has Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Have you seen The Breakfast Club?
Yes, I have it on DVD. It used to be my
you can't say
Roman
it's
Empire.
on the same level as The Breakfast Club if you've never seen it. You can't.
I didn't think that's where you're gonna go with that. I used to have like the Roman Empire.
I've never seen The Breakfast Club.
I just said I used to have the Roman Empire. I used to own it. I did. The Trojan horse. No, The Breakfast Club used to be my Roman Empire, because I thought that was so Tumblr of me.
When you were younger, did you ever read any of these series? Like the following.
Yeah.
The Magic Tree House.
Duh.
Did you read The Babysitter Club?
I don't think so.
Harry Potter.
No. But I
Junie B.
should've.
Jones.
Yes. Loved her.
Okay.
She's a queen. But the Junie B. Jones books were my fave.
I liked Junie B. Jones, but I really liked Magic Tree House and
did
Babysitter
you
Club.
Give a mouse a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one about the bunny and the bear?
Did you know the second edition to Give a Mouse a Cookie? Do you know what it's called? My mom told me this. She fact-checked me. She said, well, she didn't fact-check me. She quizzed me. She said, what's the sequel?
I have them both, but I don't remember. I think,
Do you want to know what it's called?
yeah.
Ralph S. Mouse.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the second book. I don't know what the fuck
The
Ralph
second
S.
book.
Mouse is. Nuh-uh. No, there's another one like Give a Mouse a Cookie, but it's like Give a Bear a Biscuit or something like that.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of the motorcycle mouse.
No.
Yes, I am.
I know you probably are, but
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Give a Mouse a Cookie has a motorcycle?
No, it's a separate book.
So it has nothing to do with Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Yeah, but it just reminded me of it.
Well, you just said it was a sequel.
Yeah. It
And
is
then
a sequel.
are you
Ralph S.
rewinding?
Mouse is a sequel to The Mouse and the Motorcycle.
It's the same mouse.
Yeah, but his name is Ralph S. Mouse.
So that was basically like we were discovering what the mouse in Give a Mouse Cookie his name was.
No, but that's a different mouse. These are two different series.
Did she not?
There's two different series.
Okay. But you just called it a sequel.
It is a sequel to The Mouse and the Motorcycle, not to Give a Mouse a Cookie. I got confused.
Okay, but you didn't say that.
I did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
No.
Yes,
Whatever.
I did.
Anyway, I have on my list, I just want to say this. I
wanna hear
have
it.
on my list of things to talk about, it says,
Gosh.
remember when we. I have something else I forgot.
Remember when we is so real? Because I do remember that.
That's all it says. What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's actually so funny. I did find these as I was going through our Snapchat memories.
Okay.
These are two no context saved texts we have in our
Oh my God.
Snapchat.
Okay.
Like, chat, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is, quote, that rigor mortis type beat for real.
That was your text. That you said
I
that.
sent that. And I scrolled up a little bit because I said, what is going on here?
Right.
It was a photo of the time that Mo got violently blacked out.
That was a
and
horrible night
I
for
took a
me.
picture of her when I finally put her to bed. And she looked
Dead.
deceased.
Literally dead.
And I remember
The
I
rigor
sent you the
mortis
picture of
type
you
beat.
like weeks after this happened.
Yeah.
And your response was like, I look like I have been dead for 76 hours before this photo was taken. And you did.
And then you said.
I said that rigor mortis type beat for real. Okay, the second one is a text that you sent me.
Okay.
Quote,
Okay.
I look like a donut hole. End quote. And it was literally just a picture of you normal.
Daily life.
I look like a donut
Did
hole.
I at least like have my hair slicked back?
No. Hair was down. Blue light glasses were on. Normal ass photo. I look like a donut hole. Okay, I have something else to ask you about.
Okay. I'm going to pour myself another glass of wine while you ask.
Please do.
And I'm going to turn my mic volume down. Hopefully it works. I don't really know. We've not tested it.
So today, the day of filming is Tuesday, January 23rd. So we are nearly, I don't know, math, 4/5 done with the month. 4/5 done.
I think I know where this
So
is
me
going.
and Mo chose willingly to participate in Dry January.
So ironic.
Dry January. You can see or understand from listening that we are
Breaking it.
we're breaking it. We broke
it.
Dry January. So,
We did.
how did your Dry January go?
I felt amazing.
Me too.
I would do it again.
We did go 2.5 weeks.
It was a long time.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, whatever. My dad sent me a TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and it was this guy who was like, "Oh, like I'm doing Dry January, but like he called it, I don't remember what he called it, but he called it like a mild version of Dry January or something, where it was like every time he wanted to drink in January, he just exchanged that day with a day from February. So like if he wanted to drink on like a Saturday in January, he would just
Right.
drink and then say that he wasn't going to drink on like Monday the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a...
That sounds
Monday
honestly...
the 8th is not a day in February this year, but whatever.
That sounds like nothing like Dry January at all.
Exactly, and it's not. Because it's like, that's just life. Because unless you're an alcoholic, you don't drink every single day. So you're just going to exchange it for another day in general. But that was the whole point. The video was a joke. It was just like a funny, goofy video.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like he was being dead ass.
I thought it was being dead ass.
I know. I said it dead ass.
You said it dead ass.
The rigor mortis type beat ass.
Yeah. Regardless, it was nice, and I really didn't miss alcohol a whole lot.
No, because we were drinking mocktails too.
We were drinking
and
mocktails.
I think that was a really eye-opening experience because
Mocktails are fun.
being bartenders too, like we not only just love to have a cocktail, but we like to make them. It's like the craft.
It's the act of making
Yeah,
it.
and it's just like the vibe of the drink. It'll be like, okay, what's the vibe tonight? Chill. Let's have an old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are the vibes? Let's do a bourbon old fashioned.
Yeah.
You know, versus like a different night, maybe a brandy old fashioned. I mean, it's all different.
We're
And
all about the
that's-
vibes.
Or like you're gonna try something brand new, and it's just because like it's fun and it's cute and we enjoy it because that's
We
what
enjoy
we do for
making
work.
good, fun, delicious drinks.
Uh-huh.
It's not like we're over here slamming beers.
Right. I mean, I'm not gonna drink like
And-
5 Busch Lights in one night and be like, wow, I feel amazing.
No.
I'm gonna drink 3 old fashions and say,
That was fun. And
let's
go to bed.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's still like, I mean, you're drinking alcohol, and there is such thing as mocktails. I just think that we didn't, I should say, have like that much respect for them
Yeah.
as we do now, because it was very eye-opening to be like, wow, you can make fun drinks that don't have alcohol in them, and you save money, and you feel better.
You do feel better. That's the most
Plus, I think it was like good because
important.
we are going to Arizona. We leave on the 31st, so in like a week. And obviously when we're down there, apparently we're doing like a theme every single day. So
According to
you kind
Mitchell.
of got to be like, yeah, according to Mitchell, which
He's lying.
Mitchell, if you're watching this,
You're
where
a
the
liar.
fuck are your themes? Because I only saw Mexican and I brought up brunch. So, and
Mitchell's
brunch isn't
a
even
liar.
a theme. It's just inactivity. Brunch. Mitchell's a liar.
Are you just shitting on your own theme?
No.
You just said brunch isn't even a theme. It's an
It's not a
activity.
theme, though. It's not a theme.
You
Be
told me
honest.
your theme was brunch. That you
Yes,
came
my
up with.
theme was brunch, but
Are you backtracking?
yeah.
I'm down for that backtrack because I was
Do you
also
agree?
I was also confused.
You didn't think you kind of gaslit me then.
No.
Yeah, because you said you looked at me like I was doing something wrong, and you said, "Are you backtracking? Are you backtracking?"
No, I'm just asking.
And then
you.
I said,
you
"Yeah."
are
and you went,
backtracking.
okay, yeah, I agree.
I agree with the backtrack.
But you were like interrogating.
Well, I'm
me.
saying that because when you originally said
I
that
know.
brunch is a theme,
I know.
I was a little bit confused, but I trusted you, so I said okay.
Right.
But it's not really a theme.
I get it.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We can come up with some themes.
there's other themes that
Regardless,
exist,
the moral of
and-
the story is we're not actually going to have a theme every day. And we
No,
know that to be true.
Absolutely not. But you know what? I'm still down for a good theme.
Yeah. No,
If we come up with one when we're there,
we're going to go out.
we'll toss in a theme. We'll sprinkle a couple themes throughout the week.
Yeah.
Because there also needs to be days, because I think that we were planning on going up to, like, Sedona for a bit, like a day, to hike and whatever.
Yeah.
So days like that, it's kind of like, okay, well, you got to be a little bit.
That
drink
theme
some
is hike.
water. That theme is water.
Hike.
Hike, water, exercise.
Yeah.
And I would like to work out when we're down there. I've been getting back on that workout grind. But
Good for you.
I don't think that, you know how they always say work out because you want to feel good, not because you want to look good?
Right.
I think I'm in it for the wrong reasons.
I know you are. Duh.
Aren't we
Babe, I know
all?
you.
Aren't we all? If you say that you're working out to feel good, you're a liar.
Because I don't feel good when I do it.
You're a liar.
I don't.
I feel good after I do it.
I don't.
I feel good after a set.
I literally have been feeling so tired. Like, everything.
Sometimes you just hit a rut, though.
Yeah.
And it is kind of just, like, too much to be there every day. Especially if you
Well,
don't
at least I have a
time.
bachelor's degree.
Facts. You graduated, and that's what matters.
I have a bachelor's degree.
She's brains and beauty.
I'm so brains and beauty.
But she's not brawn.
Don't ask me what my degree's in.
Right? Is that the word brawn?
Huh?
Brawn?
For what word?
Brains, beauty, and brawn.
What's brawn?
What's strength?
You pulled that out of your ass.
No! It was
strength.
It was on it was on Survivor. One of the seasons of Survivor was themed brains, beauty, and brawn.
You're surviving telling me what this definition of brawn is.
That was so cringe.
Because you are not making any sense. I've
I'm
never heard the
serious.
word brawn.
Me either, but
The only brawn I know is
Brawn.
Ryan Braun.
brains, beauty, and brawn. And like, look, the third thing, it says the fourth search option says brains, beauty, and booty.
Me.
That's you. She's
Isn't
brains,
Ryan
beauty, and
Braun
booty.
the brewer?
Yeah. Well, I don't know is he still on the Brewers? I don't watch that shit.
I think he's retired.
Probably. He's old.
What did he play? Outfield?
I feel like he was more important than that.
Outfield's important. Christian Yelich plays outfield.
I know, and he's so cute.
Mo, tell me who your biggest crush is in the sports realm. Okay? It does not have to be a player.
Who else would it be?
A coach.
Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur.
Who's Matt LaFleur?
He's the coach of the Packers.
And why do you love him?
Because he's so pretty. He's so pretty. I only ever watch the Packer games because of Matt LaFleur. And
You
I
live
always
for
say his name
the
like
clips
that.
when they pan over to Matt LaFleur.
Every time it pans, every time the camera goes to like the bench, the sidelines, I go, Matt LaFleur. Every time.
Would you go on a date with Matt LaFleur?
Yes.
If he got down on one knee right now, would you say yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who my sports crush is?
I just typed in brains, beauty, and beauty. But no, who is your sports crush?
Drew
Giannis?
Holiday.
We have a photo with Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, former Bucks.
Yeah.
I think he plays
Former.
for the
So sad now.
Celtics.
Who the
Don't
fuck?
quote me. I
the
don't
fuck?
know the NBA.
Who the fuck?
Boston?
Well, I
Celtics.
don't, like, who, why did, they have to trade, right? Like, they have to, like, say, I'll give you this person for this person?
Yeah, they traded. They got somebody.
Fucking rude. Why would they do that to Drew? Did Drew even want that?
I don't know, but that's my sports crush. Drew
He was a
Holiday.
cutie pants.
He's really nice, and his wife is really pretty too.
Good for her. Really good
I think
for
she
her.
plays soccer.
We'll insert the photo of us with Drew Holiday. It's not really, like, a photo of us with Drew Holiday, but, like, we are
But
in
that's
the
what you
same
said.
image as Drew Holiday.
We're in the background.
But it's a lot closer up than you would think. If we said we're in the background of a photo of Drew Holiday, that makes it sound like we're like literally like 8 miles away, but we just happen to, like, if you zoomed in like a million times, you'd see us. But we're like right there. But it's still like not a photo like where he was like, yes, let's take a picture.
No, I wish though.
That would be nice.
I have another topic.
Okay.
Can we talk about the winter uglies? Because
yes.
I am sick with a bad case of the winter uglies. And you can't even sit there and say that yours is as bad as mine.
Okay, I really don't think that you can say that because that's not fair.
It is
because
fair.
I just recently have been hitting the tanning beds. And so I can't 100% sit here and say that my winter uglies are...
My uglies are so bad I can't even drag myself into a tanning bed. The winter uglies are infesting my mind. They're making me feel like because I'm in the winter uglies, I can't...
do anything?
Right.
I don't think that you should think like that. And I'm going to try to help you turn around your winter uglies.
It's a disease.
Of the mind.
Like the Black Plague.
In the body. Just like the Black Plague.
The potato famine.
Do you think COVID was our modern day Black Plague?
Yeah.
Me too. I've always thought that. But it just sounds like when you think of Black Plague, I don't remember when that was. Like what year? Do you know? You know history.
I literally don't know.
Perfect. I feel better that you don't know things. Like if I don't know something and then you don't know it either, I'm like, okay, it's fine. But if you do know it, then I go, wow, I'm a fucking idiot.
There is going to be an episode where I do give you a historical quiz.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's so fun to do that to you, but it's okay.
It's honestly brutal out here.
It's literally like, what year was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Here, and I wouldn't fucking know.
How many states were there originally?
3, I don't know. 5? 10? 10.
How many colonies?
I don't fucking know. You know this shit?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
No one knows this stuff.
Everyone knows. How many
point?
colonies were there at the beginning of the United States?
3.
What were they?
Their names?
Yeah.
There's names?
Yeah. Yeah, like states that are still existing today. Oh. There was 13.
Well, why are you calling them colonies?
I just said it. There's 13.
States.
I did call them
you called them colonies.
Because that's what they're called, the 13 colonies.
Whatever, they're states. Anyways,
Massachusetts, did you know that
New Hampshire,
Mo,
Rhode Island, West Virginia.
How many stripes are there on the American flag?
13.
Why?
13 colonies?
Uh-huh.
I just guessed those things because you told me that. Whatever.
Everyone knows
Made
that.
me feel stupid. Yeah, whatever. There's got to be somebody else out there who does not know that.
There probably is. Because you see those TikToks where...
I bet you Mitchell didn't know that.
Where people ask, like, how many states there are. And they'll literally be like, 102.
States?
People, yeah, they'll ask them, like, history questions on TikTok.
Yeah. There's 50 states.
Facts. True.
One time, I will admit, though, I know this for a fact because I was like, what the fuck?
What was the 50th state?
Hang on. I don't know. Montana?
It's okay, what were you going to say?
Just I just made up a random state.
Tell me what you were going to say.
Why did I guess Montana out of every state?
I don't know.
I don't know. That just came to mind. One time you asked me how many states there were in the U.S., and I literally think that I said 52.
I think so, too.
100% I said 52. What are the other two? I don't know. But I think that I said that, and I'm going to be confident in thinking that I said that. But anyway, the winter uglies.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you say that I can't, like, comment really too much.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can comment.
I appreciate that. But I don't know. I think, obviously, I've been going through it. Mm-hmm. We'll touch on that in another episode. But, like, mentally, I just was, like, in that state where I was like, wow, I just really need to feel better about myself. And so that's why I was hitting up the tanning beds. Plus, it's like a little treat after you work out because you kind of... I always fall asleep in the tanning beds. Every single time I fall asleep.
Have you ever tried falling asleep in your own bed, not the tanning bed?
Yeah.
After a workout?
Well, yeah, I just like the tanning... It's nice and warm.
Oh, okay.
You know? It makes you sweat more.
I mean, like I'm just saying,
sauna, but you get like a payoff. Other than whatever. Doesn't a sauna like just affect like how much water your body is holding?
I don't know.
It doesn't actually make you lose weight.
I don't know.
I call cap.
Another thing quickly that I need to talk about, because there will be an update about this. I am getting my IUD replaced on Friday. and I'm terrified. I've never been more terrified because every time I think about it, I get more terrified. I got my IUD put in when I was 16 years old, and I knew the day would come where I would have to get it taken out. Obviously.
How crazy did it?
But I remember thinking about it from the day I got it put in. I would think about it periodically and be like, wow,
Getting
4 more years
closer.
until I have to get it out.
Right.
2 more. I'm like, and now it's literally 3 days away, almost 2 days away. I am terrified because I have heard women say that it's worse than giving birth. And I'm scared.
Well, but listen, if it is worse than giving birth, I understand why you're scared. But at the same time, then it's like when you come around to birth, then you'll be like, wow, this is a cakewalk.
No. I don't think that's going to happen.
Birth is a cakewalk.
I don't think so. And you know that either. I'm just really scared. So I will update next week with my IUD story. But I'm terrified.
Uh-huh.
I'm making my mommy drive me.
At least she's going to take you out for lunch. That's always like the nice thing about hanging out with your mommies.
She's going to take me out for lunch. But
mommies always bring you out for lunch.
I'm probably going to throw up.
You can throw up. You can throw up if you want.
I'm really scared, though, regardless. And I had to bring that up because
I don't believe
if anyone else can relate. I mean, IUD is great. I've never had an issue with it. However, I am terrified.
I don't blame you.
For the replacement process.
I mean, I've always had, like, the Nexplanon, the one on my arm, which lasts, like, 3 years. And I don't really know, like, the difference between the two when it comes to, like, effectiveness, I guess.
I think they're both really effective.
So then why would somebody choose an IUD over an Nexplanon? You know what I mean? Like, if it's, like, that
it
much
lasts
of a
longer,
hassle.
I think.
Yeah, it's 5 years versus the 3.
Yeah.
But at that rate,
but I think
the
there's pros and cons to each. And I don't think
maybe something works.
It depends
better for
what's
one
right
person.
for you,
right?
Because
did you ever try anything other than the? I mean, obviously the pill, but
yeah, I was on the pill, but I had to be on like a special kind of pill. I didn't have like a sugar week, like a fake pill week, because I had really bad migraines, and
that's very weird.
Yeah.
What did you take? Nothing during that week.
No, I would take, like, they were all pills. There was I never got a period. I never had, like, a sugar week.
Oh, wow.
I would just take birth control every day.
And you got headaches because?
Not because of that. I just had chronic headaches, and I had a thing called a complex migraine, where I had, like, a stroke.
What the fuck?
It happened to me twice.
Actually, you know, I think you did tell me about that once, but, like, I don't think that I knew that was why.
Yeah. No, I had a...
So you basically are saying that you had a stroke?
It was... No, I didn't. Like I didn't have a stroke, but it was very similar. It was the first one I had was my freshman year of high school, and I was taking like an exam,
right?
And I'm left-handed, right?
Right.
I felt my left hand go numb, like when your hand falls asleep, and then I was like, that's so weird, and it wasn't going away,
right?
And then I felt like my foot like fall asleep, my left foot.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, and then like I like couldn't feel my left leg or my left arm, and then the left half of my face went numb, like when you go to the dentist,
right?
And they like numb your face. It felt like that. I couldn't feel it.
That's so weird.
And then like the lights were getting really bright, and so I went to the nurse.
That's how I felt when I OD'd on my vitamin C.
I threw up.
I'm not kidding.
I threw up in the nurse's office, and like I was really light sensitive.
She probably had no idea.
So then I went to a neurologist, and she was like, "Yeah, that's a complex migraine." And then
that's so weird.
So I couldn't be on regular birth control because like you know how regular birth control, it has like the hormones, it has like estrogen and progesterone. Mine the one that I was on only had progesterone. Because I was like at risk for seizures if I had like the regular birth control. So I had to take this different pill basically.
Dude, you were complicated as fuck.
That worked for a couple years, and then I ended up getting an IUD because it just stopped working.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I never knew that.
And then I didn't have another migraine like that at all until
that's
like
good.
4 years later, and then I had the same thing happen to me.
The
half my body.
Anything, or no?
Well, it just like it happened. It's just like a weird thing that happens. Random. It was very random. I was leaving work really late at night, and as I was driving home, I felt like
your old job.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So it was weird how it just happened again out of nowhere, and I was
like
freaking
McDonald's.
Out. No.
Oh.
I worked
Kelly's?
at McDonald's for 3 years. Yeah, Kelly's. I worked at a restaurant.
You had that TikTok that went viral when you worked at McDonald's.
I did.
That's hilarious.
I did.
But you were so young in it.
I was probably like
a
16,
baby.
16, 17.
Literal baby. I don't even recognize you when I look at that
That was the
video.
most viral TikTok I've had.
Yeah.
It was so
Like, to this
stupid, though.
day?
It was so dumb. Yeah.
Even bigger than that one that you and I had.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. I feel like this podcast has been so sidetracked so many times.
I was going to say that we've just been yapping.
We've been
honestly,
yapping.
that's okay because that's what this podcast is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
However, we do have really fun and good ideas for future episodes.
Right. I think that this one, like, the main, it's not that it's not, like, interesting or fun, but, like, I mean, I hope, but, like, I also want to give background about, like, who we are for those people. I mean, obviously, a bunch of our friends probably will listen to this.
A bunch. We don't have that many friends.
There's very few. But
I also feel like for some reason, people
Yeah.
that don't like us are going to listen to this.
good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Help yourselves.
Literally help yourself.
This is for you.
Yeah. This is for you.
This goes out to you guys.
We love you.
Love you dearly.
I think we need to actually explain why we decided on the name, the Group Chat Podcast.
I agree. Okay, so I'm going to, like, jump right in.
Please do.
Hannah and I, obviously, like, we explained, like, you know, how we became friends and that whole, like, history, I guess. But truly, 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 even though we've only been friends, I think it's been, like, what, 4 years now?
3.5, but yeah.
3.5, coming up on 4, but, like, getting there, you know. We just have been in and out of so many different, like, random little friend groups. And I feel like we've
Which
just been,
includes group chats.
Right.
We have been kicked out of many a group chats.
But we always, like, the two of us just stick together. And I'm not going to sit here and say, too, like...
We never did anything wrong.
It's so funny.
I'm sure we have.
I mean, right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Is that, like, I'm sure that we've done things wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm, like, an innocent little being. People make mistakes, whatever. But, like, truly, I don't ever think that there was anything that we did wrong that was, like, it couldn't have been discussed. The amount of group chats we have both been in together, we've just gotten removed from them at the same time. Like, we've never once, only one of us has been kicked out. And I think, and multiple people have admitted that it was because of, like, out of, like, association with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have just, I mean, we're a package deal.
It happens.
And everyone knows that. It just happens.
It happens.
And even Mitchell's gotten dragged into it.
So that is the reasoning behind the name, the Group Chat Podcast.
Because this is our group chat. And truly, our
It is our
group
group chat.
is only ever and has always been the two of us.
Absolutely.
And genuinely, that's it. This is our group chat. And for those listening,
You are now
You've
part of
been
the group chat.
added to the group chat, if you
Yes.
will. And honestly, thank you for being here because we just really have wanted to start this podcast for a very long time. And I'm so excited to just be able to, like, sit down and kind of, like, vent about, like, the week or, like, anything that we have going on. And I know that there's probably, it's going to be kind of weird because there's going to be things that I think we'll want to talk to each other about. Because we do
Let's save
see
it for the
each
pod.
other, like, multiple times a week, normally.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we're really, really busy, which is unfortunate.
And eventually, I will say, once we move in together,
Mm-hmm.
we will have a permanent setup.
There
And it's
will
going to
be-
be beautiful.
yeah.
And we are also going to have better
It's gonna
video
be
quality.
months. Ugh.
We're working on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, we're just two girls.
We are just two girls trying to
So please be
live
patient.
and start a podcast and whatever. But
This also, okay, so that's the reasoning behind the name.
Mhm.
And that's our mission. Everyone is part of our group chat. Okay?
And that's what's fun.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like,
We will have
this is
people.
our group chat.
It's our group chat. And we would love to hear from anybody who wants to chime in.
It's true.
So, I had this fun idea to close out the first podcast.
She sure did.
Where it's really dumb, but I had a good
It's
time
so
with it.
funny, though.
I thought we should write poems about each other
Yeah, she sure did.
and just read them to each other on the podcast. That's the idea.
Right.
Oh, by
I
the
think
way,
you
Mo
should.
cheated.
I'll get there.
Okay.
I cheated. I used, like, AI or whatever.
I wrote mine raw.
But I
wrote every word.
used AI, but at the same time, like, I also, like, rewrote parts because I just needed, like, a starting point. Anyway, read your poem.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Because you've been raving about this.
I think it's good.
Okay, let's hear it.
My poem about Mo.
Oh, wow.
My Moem, if you will.
Is that a part of the poem? Or
I wrote that down in here.
Title.
It's not a part of the poem, but I wrote that down.
Okay.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Yeah.
You're my bestie, and I love you.
Okay.
Your big blue eyes remind me of a skeeter bug. I love to rot in bed with you all snug. It's so good. You might sometimes struggle with anger issues. For your right nostril, you may need extra tissues.
She was raving for like a week about trying to figure
Let
out
me finish. That's
what
rude
she
to
could
interrupt the
rhyme
poem.
with anger issues.
Stop it. You are strong, beautiful, and brave. You could make a man drop dead and send him to his grave. You are as crafty as a 75-year-old Joanne's worker.
That's so accurate.
Even if you were blacked out and the bartender cut you off, I would say, serve her.
All true things.
I can't wait to start our podcast journey together.
Aww.
We will record our episodes rain, snow, or shine, no matter the weather.
That's so true.
That's my poem.
You sounded like Dr. Seuss. I'm not
Thank
even gonna lie to
you.
you. Every single line, it was like you know how like there's like a beat of like your poem.
Yeah.
You were hitting all them Dr. Seuss beats.
Yeah, you kept
were on the
interrupting
Dr.
me, though.
Seuss type beat, huh?
You kept interrupting my poem.
I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
You know what? Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was your favorite part?
Honestly, when you said serve her.
It rhymed with worker.
It did. I was also so shook that you used tissue as your word that rhymed with
Issues.
anger issues.
All right, follow it up.
Okay.
Follow it up.
Well,
Try following that.
okay, well, it's longer. Because
No, seriously, because it seemed like you were writing
I was writing a novel.
a short story.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump right in. This is my poem about you.
Okay.
In a world that's wide and vast, there's a girl named Hannah, unsurpassed. In beauty, like a dawn's first light, a vision that would charm the night. That's you. She moves with obnoxious, foot-stomping grace, a tender soul, an angel's face. Loud in her ways, but warm at the core. Her energy's a wave that you just can't ignore. Hannah's heart beats to an indie tune. The astronomers, her star and moon.
Wow.
Yeah. She knows every lyric, each strum and hum. In the world of fanhood, she's number one.
I am.
At mealtime, there's a quirk so quaint.
Oh my god.
A spoonful's journey, no restraint. In her world, the spoon's a stage. Her tongue, the star, outside the cage. Her tongue, for the world to see, unfurling wide with pure glee.
No.
Hannah has a cat, quite the rare sight.
I do.
Poops standing up, morning to night.
Yes.
No slopes for her with an ACL torn, but her spirit's intact, never forlorn.
I can't believe it's still going.
Her beau's a cop with a badge so bright. While Hannah's driving gives him a fright.
Wow.
Together they're a pair, perfectly mismatched. In their quirky world, they're perfectly attached.
Wow.
If ever asked about her mood, her wit shines through, never crude.
Wow.
Yes, I'm good, she'll sass and pass. I've got 3 crystals up my ass.
Did you write that or AI?
I wrote that. Hannah's home, a jungle meant to be, with leafy greens for all to see. Yet fate, it seems, has a sly plan. Our thumbs lack green, plants die, they can't withstand. Each frond and leaf we bring inside withers away as if it sighed. You know?
Yeah.
Despite our care, our tender will, our botanic dreams they unfulfill.
You told me this poem wasn't long.
It is. I just said it was long. Quote me.
Okay. Earlier
Replay.
you told me it wasn't. Screwed.
No, I didn't. That wasn't on film, so you can't prove it.
No, but you remember saying it.
I have 2 more lines. Just chill.
Okay.
Best friends turned foes with secret spite. Her fake-ass friend Cassie, a slut in the night.
A slutted.
But gone are the days of feeling alone. Now she has a heart to match her own.
Oh.
Hannah, the one who's truly rare, a heart of gold beyond compare. In her presence, life's a blast. A friendship I hope will always last.
Oh.
The end.
That was
was my poem.
amazing.
Thank you.
You need to explain the eating thing.
The spoon?
Yeah.
Remember how I said
No,
that?
I remember.
Oh, to the viewers. Okay, so the eating thing, we didn't touch on that. Also, the Astronomers are like a band. For any of those who don't know,
They're an
who they
amazing
are.
band. Go look them up.
They look up the Astronomers on Spotify. They're amazing. Anyway, the spoon thing. I said to her when I was on FaceTime with her like a couple nights ago, because she was eating like ice cream, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. And when she eats with a spoon, and I've noticed this in the past before too, especially like whenever we like would get, this was the example I brought up, Panera. When we would get Panera soup, their spoons that they have, they're like the plastic ones, are like the round like soup spoons, but they're extremely deep. And you, every single time you eat with those especially, your entire tongue protrudes from your mouth. Like the entire world has always seen, like they've seen your tongue. Like if you go out to eat, everyone in the restaurant has seen your full tongue.
This is apparently something she's noticed, but never said, and then just flamed me for it. It is fake, because you flamed me for it, like, you've been noticing it since the day you met me, and you've never, ever, ever brought it up, and you clowned me.
No, you've clowned me.
But you clowned me in this moment.
Okay, maybe I did. I didn't try to. Anyway, should we wrap this up? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like we've been talking forever.
We have been.
Okay, well, anyway. Thank you for coming to the very first episode of the Group Chat Podcast. Obviously, we talked a bit about, like, why we started it, but I'm, like, really excited because I think, I don't know, it's just, like, kind of like a nice space for us to go on and chat about the things that we would normally just chat about to each other. But because we don't branch out much and make many new friends, you guys are our new friends, and you have just been added to our new group chat.
We could have 1 listener or 100 or how many,
care.
and
Right.
it doesn't matter. Because we're still going to do this because it's fun.
It is fun, and that's kind of why we're here. So if anybody asks
I think it would be fun to like talk about pop culture and things in the future as well. So we'll venture into
new topics.
We'll find our niche eventually.
Especially because
our niche is just talking about our lives.
Right. I think that once we kind of like let people know who we are, that's going to be kind of when we start to like venture out more.
And if you have anything negative to say, you can shove it
up your ass.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fucking hear it. Just kidding. Yeah. I mean, go follow our Instagram or whatever.
Go follow our Instagram, our TikTok, our Spotify.
Everything.
And our YouTube.
Which you are on, so subscribe.
Duh.
And we're hoping to post at least like once a week.
We're going to figure it out.
Future. It's probably going to be a shit show in the beginning, and that's probably every single podcast, truly. But we're going to get there. And if you're listening to this later on in our podcast, when we're like, hopefully a little bit bigger and like posting more often, thank you for being here. Thank you for finding us. And
we love you.
This one episode was all over the place, but it was still fun.
It was an introduction to how we...
This is how we work.
Yeah. But I will say, if you don't think we're funny, you suck.
So bold. But, I mean, it's true. I don't think I'm the funniest person in the world, but truly at the same time, like...
I'd say you're in the top 50%.
That's amazing. We added percent was great. But thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Anyways, thank you for coming to the very first episode, and thank you for listening.
Tell us how much you loved it.
Tell us...
Not how much you hated it.
Give us your feedback. If you have hateful things to say, don't say anything at all. The thumbs down button is turned off. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe. Anyways, goodbye.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mikes. Bye. Wow. First episode in the books.